Hi, John Brickner with HR Collaborative coming to you with this week's edition of the Elevating HR series. And today we're talking about Agile HR. So what's all the hype about Agile? It really started in the software development space where it was taking more than 3 years to get from concept to solution. And it really is based on, it was built in the 90s and it's really based on 4 tenets which prioritize some aspects over others. And those 4 tenets are prioritizing individuals and their interactions over processes and tools, prioritizing a working prototype over a comprehensive solution, prioritizing customer collaboration over the contract negotiation, the details of the contract, and finally, prioritizing responding to change versus following the plan. So that's why you're starting to see this work its way into a lot more spaces, from project management to HR to even in the military. They're using this to kind of overcome the forces of a volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world. And there's 3 other things that you might see commonly associated with the Agile methodology. The first is a Scrum. And again, this comes from the rugby world, the fact that the group needs to move together in order to adapt to the changing circumstances. And so a Scrum, if you think of it as just a huddle, who do you have to run your huddle every morning? How do you make sure people know the wins from the day before and the priorities for the day ahead? Secondly is a sprint. Sprint is really just, instead of having a traditional waterfall method of starting with the top down, it's really just saying, here's the problem that's prioritized that we want to solve. Let's put 1 to 4 weeks behind it and see how much we can move the ball forward. And then it's iterating off of that and doing that again and again and again until we have something that's a real working solution for us. And finally, Kanban. This really comes from the Toyota production system of the 1940s, and it's really just a fancy name for a to-do list. And making, in a Kanban, it's looking at what is yet to do, what is in process, and what needs to be done, and making sure we're constantly reprioritizing and getting on the same page with that day after day. So we hope you take some of these concepts. We're happy to walk alongside you as you do them, but we'll see you next week.